Hi guys, good morning. I wanted to show you what I was doing this morning. I have been drawing all morning. I woke up around like 7 a.m. It is, I don't have my watch on. It's literally exactly 10 a.m. So I spent all morning drawing. I did my morning routine, the whole works, and I am ready to go because we are going to work at a coffee shop today. Oh hello! So I actually have an appointment today. I have to get my hoo-ha waxed because I don't trust myself to do the hair removal myself down there. So I always get it waxed professionally. So I have that appointment at 2:45 and it's in this like really cute area in Brooklyn, like a half an hour away from where I live in Brooklyn. And I was like, you know what? I have a lot of drawing to do. Finally, I'm doing more digital illustration and not so much clay work because I just finished making a lot of clay orders, shipping them all out. If you guys have been watching the last like couple vlogs, that's pretty much what we've been focusing on, making clay orders, shipping them out, and all of the other orders that I have for my fall collection. So very excited to have that wrapped up. Now we are doing the holiday collection stuff. So I'm gonna get into that I just got an email from my agent, so I'm gonna respond to that before I go, but I'm gonna get into the holiday collection in this video because I already started working on some designs because my holiday slash like New Year drop will be like early to mid-November and it is October 22nd. So we don't have like honestly that much time. I have like a month until I actually want to launch, but I thought it would be so fun to draw at a coffee shop today since I'm going to be in that area anyways. So I'm going to go early, work at a coffee shop for a few hours, and then go to my appointment and then just come back home and work the rest of the day at home. Speaking of holiday collection though, so basically what I'm going to be working on at the coffee shop, I am going to be coming out with a illustrated planner. Like ever since I literally launched my small business, one of the first things people were like, can you please make a planner? I actually think it's so funny because I had actually had that vision for myself as well. Always wanted to make my own planner because I struggle finding a good planner. Like, is it just me? Like, I don't want just a simple, boring planner, but it's so hard to find the perfect planner for like the creative minds. And so I'm really excited to take you guys along that journey of what it kind of looks like designing a planner because there's a lot that goes into that. But I'm going to be working on my designs for that. Everything's going to be already illustrated. So I think that's the beautiful thing about like my planner that I'm going to come out with, because we love bullet journals, don't get me wrong. There are so many people that don't have the time to draw out their own like designs every single week or all the time, and they just kind of want it done for them. Say less, I got you. You know, girly, but not too girly, like just more like neutral, aesthetic, modern-ish, whatever, I don't even know, but illustrated planner. I also am going to come out with a tote bag as well, so I'm hoping to get that one actually done today. That's more a priority. So I think it's kind of hard to see, but I asked you guys on Instagram a tote bag related question. Very important, like if I do say so myself, like priorities, go answer my poll. Yeah, so basically I'm just like, because I wasn't sure the manufacturer that I'm using, there's like several options and sizes that I could go with, but I literally wasn't sure because I personally love like a bigger tote bag. So basically over there, I asked you guys what kind of tote bag you guys prefer. So for me personally, I love this like big style tote bag with like a base. My personal favorite to use all the time, this tote bag, rather than like your standard like floopy tote bag with no base. You guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, and so I was like, all right, well, there's two kinds that I would go with, but I wasn't sure because I'm just like, that's just me. What about you guys? Like, what do you guys like? And that's what I love using Instagram stories for. If I just go with a big one, what if like that's just me and you guys don't like it? And yeah, I was like really scared. Posted this like an hour ago. So far I have 735 votes for, that's so cool, I can see who voted for what. I have 735 votes for the large tote bag and then 142 votes for the small one. There was a part of me that was just gonna do the standard because that's just what everyone else does and that's the norm. But I'm so glad I asked you guys because... Okay guys, I'm at the bakery. I had originally went to this bakery that I found on Google and I walked there and it was literally packed, so packed, not a single spot for little old me to sit. And so I left immediately and then I passed by this bakery. Thank you. On the way, and it looked cute, but I was so determined to at least check out this other bakery I had planned to go to. And so I was like, all right, let me come here. And it was actually like so big and empty. Like this was the vibe that I was looking for. Really frustrating feeling you get sometimes when you're just like exhausted and you just want to be home and you want to change. I was so excited, and I did enjoy like working there, and the coffee was really good, and yeah, but it's just like I spent like $20 because New York prices on like food and coffee, and it just felt weird. And also it just like, I think I would have liked it for like an hour, 2 hours, but staying there for like 3 or 4 hours was way too much. Like I should have definitely left later, but that's okay. I need to make my orders on Vistaprint for the tote bag and the notepad. Like that would be like best case scenario by end of day. Also, I ordered a Cricut and a printer because I will be officially making my own stickers and printing everything at home and making my own stationery and la la la. I took like a tiny step back on posting on Instagram and TikTok. When I say like tiny step back, I mean it's just like I used to post like 6 times a week and like full-fledged videos and like, oh my god, like it's actually wild. But I'm actually trying to post more like shorter videos and like also post like maybe a day less than I normally do, like 5 times a week, and 2 of those be like more short, like easier, less time consuming video, like POV style, trendy, whatever. Because I think that's gonna free up so much time for me, but I also think it's going to serve my audience better. Win-win situation. And this is like the first week where I'm really doing that. So, and I've already felt a difference in my time. And also that gives me more time to focus on YouTube. This is literally so random. Guys, we finished the branded content. This one is so cute. I have to show you guys. It's with Tidy Cat, and it was actually like UGC content. So a lot of times brands will ask me to make videos, not even to be posted on my socials, but for them to use and use for ads and post on theirs, which honestly is my favorite because I don't have to post it on mine. It's like the Tidy Cat, their cat litter. Yeah, so I had to do this with my cat, and it, like my cat is such a good boy. Like luckily he is like, anytime I call him, he comes. Like he's not that difficult, but he's really particular about the way he uses his litter box. And they had wanted footage of like the cat coming out of the litter box to show that the litter is like clean and all that, which is like duh, that's like a really important piece of stuff to have. But that was so difficult for me. I literally had to like request some time because my cat, like he doesn't typically come out of the litter box. He like steps out and then starts making like roughhousing in the litter box and doing his own thing, and then he makes a mess. But that's not the litter's fault. It's my cat. Like he just likes to make a mess and that's how he cleans. But he cleans his litter box, but the litter comes out and it's a whole thing. But I actually got him using it. So let me just quickly show you guys. This is literally like final approved branded content that I did. So excited, so proud of this. So I just really want to show you guys. Tidy Cats helps keep your cat's paws and your floors clean with Tidy Feet low tracking litter. Tidy Feet is specially designed for low tracking, keeping litter where it belongs. Tidy Cats for a fresher, cozy home. So me and my boyfriend, we were like talking, our lease is gonna end soon, and we were like dibble dabbling on like whether we should renew it or move. And he really actually doesn't want to move, and I don't blame him. I also don't either. Like this building, what we got for how much we pay $3,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. Keep in mind, guys, I live in New York City. I live in Brooklyn, close to New York City. Like it's just a good area and it's very expensive to live here. So that's very normal, especially me and him, we, share it. So like a mail room, a gym literally down the hall, a laundry room also literally down the hall, and it's so nice. I hate, really with a strong passion, the blue doors that this building decided to design. So our doors and a lot of the cabinets are painted this like really dark blue color. You guys have definitely seen it if you've been watching my videos, but I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. We actually just found out though it's okay to paint it, and so I'm like, all right, bet. That's my only complaints about this apartment and the building and everything. They're very like problems. And so my boyfriend is like, We could literally paint it if it bothers you, like no need to move for any of that, like that's wild. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna find someone to paint our doors. Just one example, the blue is on the doors as well. Like it's so ugly. Like I'm so sorry. Like it's not the color, it's just why it gives very man cave vibes, and that's not what we're doing here. So hopefully I do that sometime either next week or the week after, but soon. Woke up with the craziest imposter syndrome, you guys. Like the whole tote bag that I spent like all day designing yesterday, completely scrapped it. When I saw it like on the tote bag, when I was like on the manufacturer website and everything, I was like, no, this is not it. This is ugly. It is weird. No one's gonna use it. It's just no. And I think I'm just putting so much pressure on this design particularly because it's a bag and it's meant to be worn and shown, and yeah, I'm just like, so I also just want it to be so me, and sometimes I'm just like, what even does that mean? Like, who am I? And I think that's just how I was feeling today. I'm also just feeling so pressured because I feel like this feels like I'm doing stuff out of my comfort zone, and whenever I do that, I feel so uncomfortable and scared, and imposter syndrome kicks in. Because don't hate, because a lot of people probably would disagree, but this man is looking creepy as hell sitting on what you doing over there. I'm making a latte. On the bright side, I spent the morning redesigning it because I already was thinking of new ideas that actually just feel so much more like me and like cozy and more like I think a style that a lot of you guys would like. I actually finished it and I'm actually really happy with it. And the thing is, with stuff like this, like I already know that once I see it in person, the notepad design, finished notepad design, finished tote bag design. I still have to actually place the orders, which I want to talk about because I don't know how much I should get. Essentially, I didn't make it on Canva. Like I'm obviously on Canva right now. I do some touches on here, but the actual designs I literally do on Procreate on my iPad. Coquette but cozy notepad design with a bunny, clouds, a cute little bow, and then this like beautiful like cozy gingham background thing. Oh my god, I'm just absolutely obsessed. I think it's gonna be perfect for the new year and the winter, and honestly I think it's an all year round just beautiful coquette girly thing we got going on. And then the tote bag design, this is the tote bag design. Baguette Festival, I did a baguette theme. This one's definitely more neutral and just simple, which I love. Yeah, it's like your kind came from a baguette festival, just absolute cozy vibes and bread. And there's like a little quote on the bottom. It's hard to read, but it said, well, it's gonna be easy to read in person, but from here, it says, come loaf around. This is your sign to stick with your gut. If your gut is telling you something's wrong or something's right, whatever, like listen to it. Like I'm so glad I went back and made those modifications. Tote bag, I know I'm getting 50 of them because there's a minimum requirement. A lot of manufacturers, they have a minimum requirement. For the tote bags, there's 50. I actually wanted to get 50 anyways because these designs, like my fall collection, a lot of stuff was really like fall, and so they're seasonal. They're not all year round, but my tote bag and my notepad, like they really are just like all year round. And so I want to be smart, and I actually want to buy enough where like I'll actually have a stock for like like more than just launch weekend, you know? So the notepads, that's where I don't know. I'm not sure if I should get, last time I got 20 and it sold out pretty quickly. My boyfriend was like, you should honestly probably get 100, especially if they're not seasonal things. For some reason, I get like so nervous about getting like 100. Also, these notepads, they're not the cheapest thing. Like 100 is like $300. I'll get 50, and then once I get low, I can literally order more and they'll deliver in like a week or 2 weeks or something. So I think I'm gonna go with 50 because it scares me to get 100 and just have a bunch lying around like for a really long period of time, especially when monetary wise, it doesn't make a difference. Now that I have finished my priorities, which I was like, I can't do anything until I get the manufactured stuff ordered. And yeah, so now that that is done, it is time to actually fully plan out like it's time to fully plan out like when I'm gonna make everything that's remaining, which is majority of my holiday collections. Realizing I don't have to wait till next week to at least do what I can right now, making my space feel like me again. So we're just gonna do what I can right now, and then when the pretty stuff comes in, I'll put that up then.
Just one road to take. It's growing up over with green. So easy to drive on, but not what it seems. The poison is spilling upstream, and it's taking out every living thing.
Good morning, you guys. My milk is currently steaming, but I just made the like coffee part of my latte. I'm gonna come on here and quickly chat. These bottles, like these are so cute, but I am so sad. The pump stopped pumping. Like I guess like the syrup gets like stuck in them, and this is the second time this has happened, and I've tried different brands too. So, which is really sad because I think I'm gonna have to forego this packaging, but y'all know me, like of course I'm only gonna replace it with something like aesthetic. So I think I'm actually gonna get like the coffee syrup brand makes like pump bottles, and it's actually pretty aesthetic. It's the Monin brand. I love their coffee syrup. Mug that I have, it's actually my boyfriend's mug and his sister got it for him, but I love it. It's the only like really large mug that fits my giant lattes that I like to make. I love coffee. And so yeah, all the other mugs we have are like the small Target ones or whatever. Like this is too small for me, okay? Like I need a Luke Steiner mug actually. Little sneak peek, I plan on coming out with my own like mug design for the shop, and it's gonna be one of these large ones, one that fits your Big Joe coffee. So that's gonna be coming soon, hopefully with my holiday stuff. So I'm gonna have my coffee and finish doing some work. Let me show you guys. So I am coming out with a planner, very custom illustrated planner by yours truly for this holiday drop that's dropping in November, and I'm still working on it. And so yeah, it's gonna be like a 2025 planner, January to December, with like monthly pages, weekly pages. I'm also gonna come out with like a binder for it, like one of those cute like A5 like planner binders. I'm either gonna have plain one, or I really want to have a custom like cover, but essentially I really want like a cozy aesthetic like custom binder along with custom planner pages. And so all illustrated by me, and I'm so excited. This is something that I have been dreaming about because it really started with like, I literally could never find the perfect planner. Like even the planner I use now, it's just so many complaints. So let me show you guys what I have so far that's actually final. Really not a lot, but I'm definitely gonna get this up for my holiday collection. Like if I don't get anything else up, that's fine. I have to get this up. This is the January monthly cover. So next to the month, we're gonna have a quote page for every month. So this is January's. The quotes are not mine. The quotes I literally found online, Pinterest, whatever, but everything else is mine. So this one is how rare and beautiful it is to even exist. I think it's pretty obvious on January's theme, essentially being like a new year. So I wanted it to be kind of like we're blossoming into a new year. Those have been my favorite parts. Designing the monthly cover page and the quote page, my favorite thing to do. And this is where it gets a little bit more tedious, the actual like planner elements, but it's still fun. So this is January's calendar page. Like again, it's gonna be laid flat, so you'll have like the calendar at a glance, like the whole month, but it'll be in 2 pages. So this is the first page. This is the second page, January. Oh my gosh, I could cry. I'm so obsessed. So that's like all I can show you right now because that's the only thing that's final. But I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. I have some weekly pages to work on, and then once I get the weekly pages, I can finally then move on to February. Every single thing about this planner is going to be made by me. And so it's a lot of like thinking that I have to do on my end on like how is this gonna be functional. Like yes, pretty, and that's always obviously we love, but like a lot of being a business owner is okay, thinking about functionality, making sure it's high quality, how are people going to use it, is it going to break, like, you know, all that stuff is like the not so fun stuff. Like that is really, really important to think about. There's a lot of designing to do, my big cup of coffee, and then I actually have a few more things on the agenda. I have to film a night routine for short form content. So I got a silhouette portrait machine, and essentially if you don't know what that is, if you know what Cricut is, it's literally that but a different brand. So I'm gonna come out with a lot of stationery. That's a big goal of for my shop moving forward, along with a lot of the clay stuff that I do and like decor things. So yeah, stationery is something. I think that kind of like I kind of hinted that pretty hard with the planner drop, so that kind of makes sense. And I want to do everything in-house. It's just so much cheaper that way. And if I can make it, I want to do it myself. And so yeah, just financially, it made a lot of sense to do it in-house. So I got the machine delivered yesterday and the printer because I needed a printer as well. And so I'm going to unbox that and set that up. Lately, I have been putting on like a movie, like on Disney Plus or something that I have seen before, you know, like just like a background movie. It's like, we know background shows, but what about background movies? For me, that's been Pixie Hollow, like all of the Disney Fairy movies, my summertime, like background movies. Halloween Town for this time of year, for sure, already did it, checked it off the list. And yesterday I had randomly remembered Princess Diaries. Really particularly Princess Diaries 2. Like, is it just me? I'm not sure, but I personally think Princess Diaries 2 is like 10 million times better than the first one, but the first one is still really good, but it's Princess Diaries 2 for me. And so I actually yesterday, I put it on and I watched it and I was like, oh my god, in the background while I was working, and it was the coziest vibes ever. I did a lot of planner designing, got a lot done in like an hour, and so I'm like, let me start this decluttering process, just because I feel like I could completely bang this task out before leaving for my errands. Like that would be so clutch. And then drawing is something that I can do like later at night. I try to like think about my tasks that way. It's like there are certain things like I need to do in the morning or daytime, and then certain things I can do like whenever. And drawing and designing is something I can definitely do more later tonight.
La felicidad como una luz fugaz.
Okay, decluttering is going well. It's actually crazy how much stuff has just been randomly put under my desk. Like, I know. I have this beautiful shelf and I had this like cord box just sitting here and taking up like literally a whole shelf that I could be using. So I'm gonna actually try to put this like in that corner now that I've kind of cleared it out. There's still the wires that belong to this PC, so, but I should be able to do it. I like to take everything off, and then I only keep things if it's like, that's permanent, that's not moving. Like my label printer up on my shelf, like I don't move that. I don't plan on ever moving that. It is perfectly positioned. This is the most satisfying part about decluttering for me, is going through everything and getting rid of stuff. My toxic trait is I just love to get rid of stuff. And sometimes I get rid of things that I, in the future, regret, but for the most part, I do a pretty good job at this. I have all of these clear bins that I got on Amazon. They actually fit perfectly for that shelf that you guys saw that's under my desk. And then once everything is decluttered, that's when I figure out, okay, where am I putting everything? Because I also just clear my mind on how it was stored before. That didn't exist. And then figure out a new system for myself. I love my nail storage. It's not cute. It's literally Amazon boxes, but I'm recycling, okay? Like it's so satisfying, and everything just fits really, really nicely in these two bins. This just doesn't belong at my desk. Like there's actually like several things that is my workstation, my shop station, my studio, not my beauty station, you know? Like I don't like mixing things like that. Like I love having a separate place where I sleep, a separate place where I get ready, a separate place where I work. Even in my like 700 square foot apartment that I share with my cat and my boyfriend, yeah, even so, it's possible, it's doable. This is a really good example of like, I can find a new place for this. So I'm gonna do that because I'm really strictly only keeping stuff that I actually am using / will need for work over there. We are in a really good place and it is 11:50 a.m. So my goal was to get out of here to run my errands 12:30, 12:45-ish. Today it's like 70 degrees, 68, something like that. I stopped by Dunkin'. I did, indeed. Got a pumpkin chai latte because here's girl logic. This is seasonal. They're not gonna make this anymore soon. So we have a few things we need to do, but today it's a requirement to at least unbox my printer and my sticker machine. Say hello, Tommans. Aw. Were you taking a nap? Were you sleeping while I was gone? Can't wait for these doors to be painted white. Also on the train, there's usually like not, if you don't know, and if you do, I'm sorry for mansplaining, but on the train in New York, there's like usually no service for the most part, and then when you stop at a stop, you get service. And so when I was stopping, I was like, all right, let me look into this paint situation. And I was looking for TaskRabbits, and I actually found one that I feel like comfortable like working with. And then Josh and I looked at paint last night, so I already know what paint to buy. I have so much buzz from this chai latte and also like figuring out this paint situation and getting things done on the train. That was really exciting. I'm drawing a little bit and I'm doing my weekly spreads. Yay, so satisfying to unbox everything. Like, look how cute and sweet. I hope it's as simple to use as it looks, because I'm actually not excited about this. Like I am, like obviously to be expanding my business and everything and to make them, but I have like heard that it can be pretty complicating. So I'm really not excited about trying to learn how to use this. I just want to use it. I am really happy that I set up and decluttered the bookshelf area, and this was exactly why. So I can put these somewhere that's not just on the couch. So yeah. I am all mic'd up because I'm gonna put these on my bookshelf. I'm so glad that I did this earlier because I knew I would be really tired when I got home. So now all I have to do is put these in their place. I think I'm gonna keep the cutting machine on this shelf and then the printer on the bottom shelf, just because I really wanted these two top shelves to be where these organizers and stationery will go. I'm also gonna move this eventually. I have been wanting to make stickers for a long time, like many, many years. And so I kind of knew knowledge just from watching videos and following other small businesses. So yeah, let's move. I have to move my Jellycat, and then I had my thank you cards, which this is actually a tissue box holder, but I repurposed it because I think it's really aesthetic. So I actually like putting my thank you cards in here. Oh, let me not break the printer. Okay, so I might have to do what I didn't want to do, which was move them up a shelf because they do need space for the machines to actually work. Okay, so that's the situation for now. I think for the rest of the day, I'm pretty much going to, I have to put their accessories actually somewhere too, but I'm pretty much going to go to the gym because I need to do that. That always helps me. It makes me feel better as part of my routine. But yeah, we're gonna go to the gym, work out, and then draw until I get carpal tunnel. I do hand stretches every day. This is like a good one that I do. And then I massage the areas, and then I do the whirl. Really important if you use your hands a lot.